They found Diddy's fingerprints when Cassie went and got checked by the medical examiner. This is why people seen P. Diddy pacing back and forth on the phone trying to figure out how he was going to get away with this. This is not just a slap on the wrist. They're going to arrest P. Diddy because they have a lot of stuff on him doing countless things, man. This is another victim just spoke out now. And this is why a lot of people think that everything that P. Diddy did, it was all part of a setup, man. Basically, he fled the state of New York to think that he was going to be able to get away from the Cassie situation and from the Kim Porter situation. But they pretty much found the surveillance footage that draws him back to being at the same place and at the same time. They even looked through Keefe's phone records and found that it's the same phone that P. Diddy had stashed away in the closet that he was using to contact Keefe with. This is what they used to make the $1 million hit, to be able to communicate back and forth on how they were going to set up Tupac, man. I want to send my condolences to Tupac, Kim Porter, Biggie Smalls, and all of the above, man. If you guys are supporting them and you want to get the condolences to them, comment 222, like this video, and make sure you subscribe, because now the justice is actually here. They have people lined up ready to tell the whole entire thing on P. Diddy. Like, at the end of the day, they realized that it was them who brought him up, and it's going to be them who could take him down, man. And this is the reason why, is because he was trying to get away with all of this stuff. 30 years and counting. They know that they had all of these things on P. Diddy. They had the information, they had the documents and the details. They were just waiting for the right moment to unleash the whole entire thing, man. He did too much. He got away with a lot. They thought that he was going to be humble at some point. They thought that he was going to stop, but he kept pushing and pushing and trying to get away with doing more and more and more. One thing people got to realize is that nobody else but the people who was actually in his camp knows what's really going on, and this is why they're subpoenaing every member from Bad Boys to come up and tell the truth. They're getting all of the people who was the secretaries, the associates, all of the people who was in the executive side. They're all going to come and turn on P. Diddy, because they know that at the end of the day, they're not going down for his mistakes. And this is why people got to realize that it's every man for himself. You can't trust anybody out here. A lot of people thought they could trust P. Diddy because he had money, because he had fame and all the connections and everything like that. But at the end of the day, he was just like anybody else, man. He was just the same as the people that they were told to stay away from. And at the end of the day, they know that he was the one that was doing most of the things. He's the main guy in this whole entire rap sheet of who they got for doing all of these things. The RICO is gonna fall on P. Diddy because they already got the guys who did the Tupac hit claiming that P. Diddy was the one who's been contacted him and who paid them. They looked into the Kim Porter situation, man. They know that something wasn't right. The last people that was around Kim Porter when everything broke loose, one of the last people was P. Diddy. He was seen leaving out the door in a rush right before like the calls came in to get Kim Porter help. He was seen leaving in the black SUV, the black, like the Yukon trucks, the Escalade trucks, and basically his bodyguard signed the NDA saying that they're not allowed to tell where they took him and what happened after that and everything. In the conversation that he said, he still had the same exact sunglasses that they saw him in. They know that he was trying to hide his face because the camera footage picked him up clearly. You could see that it was P. Diddy walking out. He had the curls and everything like that. And so when he put the sunglasses on and got in the black truck and tried to get away, this is when they knew that he was trying to escape whatever he did to Kim Porter, man. I want RIP to Kim Porter. If you guys are supporters of Kim Porter, if you supporters of Tupac, put the RIP Tupac, put RIP Kim Porter, put RIP Biggie Smalls, because them people, man, they should have still been here. They didn't deserve anything that happened to them. If you really pay attention and look close at what's really going on in the facts of the situation, all of them had one person in connection that they worked with, and that was P. Diddy. And P. Diddy had a lot of reasons why that he could have did it, man. A lot of people are asking the big question: did he do it? What do you guys think about P. Diddy? Comment it down below. Do you think P. Diddy did all of the things that they're saying? Comment it down below. How do you think that they should resolve this? How much time do you think he's gonna get? Because they're looking at something as low as 10 years all the way up to 50 years, and it really depends on if he's gonna settle a lot of these cases that's coming up in the next few weeks. If you go and look at it, he paid the $30 million to Cassie. He's paid an undisclosed amount to 3 other people under the table to keep them from coming to the news about this whole entire thing. It's more to it than what is being told. And if you really look at it, P. Diddy's panicking Like, a lot of the stuff is running low. The funds is running low because of the fact that he got a lot of his businesses cut. He was forced to sell a lot of his businesses, and guess who's buying back all of the stuff? 50 Cent is buying back everything that Diddy's losing, because he's going to help with the court fees and the fees for all of the families who's trying to seek justice right now. He's coming together to interview everybody from the Tupac situation so that they can make the movie about that. And P. Diddy and Mike Tyson are also interviewing and making the movie about surviving P. Diddy, to go out like and ask all of the victims exactly what it was, because they know that this whole thing ties back to the fact that the parties that he was inviting people to, the all white parties and everything like that, this is where he didn't want nobody to actually get the info out about what they was really doing in that. This is where it all started, man. And everybody knows at the end of the day that when they come home from them parties is when the real after parties happen. That's when they trying to get Diddy's trying to invite all these people to his house. That's how he got Cassie to even come over that one day. And at the whole Kim Porter thing happened after one of them parties, man. And then the thing is that the freak parties they was doing is basically how they was gathering everybody together to have them in one room. And this is where Gene Deal is seeing everything going down. This is when they talk about, yeah, they walked in the room and seen Diddy with this and that. At the end of the day, they had that on him, and they was waiting for the right moment. They knew that that was the one thing that was going to take him down. And so after years and years and years, Diddy wanted to be the top guy in New York. He wanted to be like literally the #1 person in hip hop. And at the 50th anniversary, the 50 years of hip hop, this is when they come after Diddy. He didn't go along with whatever he was supposed to. And at the end of the day, man, you got to realize that all of these people, they know they have the dirt on Diddy. This is why they coming after him now, because he knows that basically he can't run and hide away from the fact that the hit on Tupac was documented. They got the guy right now willing to testify and throw Diddy under the bus. They got the proof from the Cassie situation. They have everything that she reported, and it was so clear and detailed that he had to pay the $30 million. And so now with the Kim Porter and the Biggie Smalls is when this is going to get a lot more crazier, because a lot of people started paying attention to what's really going on, and they found out that through all of these years, Diddy's been doing a whole lot of things. He's been playing basically both sides of the situation. In one instance, he's actually egging on the community to come and support him and everything like that, saying that everything has to go through him. He wanted to have all the power. Diddy wanted to have all the money. It went to his head, man. A lot of times these celebrities, they start off broke. They start off in coming out of the hood and the projects and everything like that. But then once they get tens of millions of dollars, then they get $100 million and $500 million and billions of dollars. It starts to get to their head. They start acting completely different. They change on the people that they grew up with. Like, Diddy doesn't hang out with any of the people that he actually grew up with. He don't visit them. He don't go back and give back to his hood in New York or nothing like that. And this is what 50 Cent knows. This is what Mike Tyson and them know. They knew that they grew up in New York, and they've been giving back to all of the communities out there, because they know if it wasn't for them communities supporting them in the early stages, they wouldn't be who they were today. And now Diddy, he didn't do that, and that's why a lot of people in New York, they not with him no more, and they started becoming Tupac fans, Biggie fans. They started realizing what happened to Kim Porter is the same thing that happened to Tupac and the same thing that happened to Biggie Smalls. It was all part of a setup, basically, that comes back to Diddy basically sending a hit. And this is what is coming out of Keefe D's mouth directly. Like, the people who actually did the stuff is coming back to tell on P. Diddy, because they're mad at him that it didn't get completed. Like, he didn't pay the money or for some reason they didn't get what they agreed to. Diddy didn't come up with his part. They did. Keefe D and them did their part right away. And Diddy had the 27 years to make sure the $1 million gets to him. This is why really everything broke loose, because if Keefe D would have got paid right away, he would have never felt the need to go and tell on Diddy, because that's the reason why he told us, because he didn't get any of the bread. So he thought the only way he was going to get $1 million is if he made the movies and the books talking about the Tupac case, since he was the one that was there. He thought the proffer agreement was going to save him. Now Diddy has to take the same proffer agreement and say what happened to Biggie Smalls, he's gonna have to take the same proffer agreement and say what happened to Tupac, his role in that. He's gonna have to say what happened to Kim Porter and Biggie Smalls and everybody in order for him to get a plea deal to get out of this. Because if he doesn't get the plea deal and he doesn't tell on nobody like Jay-Z or anybody else who they're saying that he's going to tell on someone, and that there's more people that was with Diddy that actually could take a hit too. And so this is the main reason why he's looking at, okay, if they don't tell on somebody else, then the whole RICO is gonna go down on Diddy. And Keefe D knows that he ain't going out on his own. He's gonna take down everybody that was with him. And this is the main reason. Now they starting to do the actual homework of everything, and they found out the more indictments are coming on Diddy soon, because the Bad Boys is tied to it. This is why it's a RICO, just like YSL. They're gonna ask him, okay, so if y'all name the group Bad Boys, then this is why y'all doing all this bad behavior. And then they're gonna go on and so forth. It's gonna be an interesting thing to find out exactly what they do to Diddy. What do you guys think that they're gonna do? How much time is he gonna get? Does he deserve it? Did he do it? Let me know what y'all think about the whole entire thing. I want to say RIP to Tupac, send my condolences to Kim Porter, RIP to Biggie, and basically get the justice for everybody, man.